Right, we are live. Let me share my screen so we go through the deal here. Boom. Okay, day 274. What we're looking at today is all right. This is a subject to deal. So this is a 3.625% interest rate. So you'll be buying the property, but you're taking the underlying loan over subject to this is in financing, which means you're taking over the payment on the underlying loan. This is 15306 Comanche Road, San Antonio, Texas 78233. The photos real quick. 4 bed, 2.5 bath, 2505 square feet, 2019. So our total PITI. Total PITI 3251.48 water purification system. So they probably bought one, they got it on the lease. And then there's a solar line. Okay. All right, now that we got all these details in here, there's your entry fee, 45 grand. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to try to look at this property. Photos, okay, guess not, so it's truly off market. So we can see the, looks pretty turnkey. These are the photos for the property. Not much carpeting, there's your solar panels, so you can verify there are solar panels. Around the corner lot, that's pretty good. Okay, so now you've got all this stuff. Let's get the FMR, the fair market rent. So we do that by Googling cut FMR, HUB FMR. And you click on small area FMRs. After you click on small FMRs, you then go click on FY 2024 FMRs. And then you put in the county. So this is in Texas. And the county, so let me see, is there a county on it? Bexar County, yep. Bexar County. And now you're going to get the rent by zip code, by bedroom count, 78233. 78233. And you're going to see that the 4 bedroom rent is 2450 right here, right? 2450. Let's write this one down. 2450. Delete that. 78223. 78223. All right. Don't really care about the 3 bedroom rent because it's already a 4 bed. And now I want to get my market rents. To get my market rents, I'm going to go to affordablehousing.com. I'm going to go to the owner section, go to the market rent estimator, plug in the address, plug in bedroom count, and you're going to see that the average market rent for 25 units within a 1 mile radius, this number is the most important number here, is 1917, 1917. All right, let's write all these numbers down. These rents, because that's thing. 1917. This is a 1 mile radius. Again, I just kind of note down all these numbers because my partners already know how to analyze these deals, so this helps a lot. This helps a lot with just figuring out where the numbers came from. All right, so 1917 and 2450. The rent I'm going to use underwrite this property is going to be 1917. Now, why is that? Why am I not using the ceiling? So this ceiling rent is going to be ceiling rent for all 4 bedrooms in the zip code, but usually that includes some utilities. However, there's also a test. It's called the rent reasonableness test. And the rent reasonableness test essentially states that, and you go to the HCV, the Housing Choice Voucher Program Guidebook, and you go to section 2.2, there's a test called the rent reasonableness test. And it says that in connection rent reasonableness, the PHA, or the Public Housing Authority, must determine whether the rent to the owner is a reasonable rent in comparison to rent for other comparable unassisted units. So, in determining comparability, the PHA must consider following factors from appropriate and practical. So that includes location, the quality, the size, unit type. So, typically there aren't that many 4 bedroom apartments, so you can be pretty confident that all 4 bedrooms right here are going to be single family homes or HOA communities, etc. So I have pretty good confidence in using that number. And when you have 25 units that are within 1 mile radius are 1900, chances are you're not going to be able to get a 2450 in rent because that's not going to be considered reasonable. All right. So now that we got our rent number in here, we're going to plug in the rest of the deal details. So now that we got the deal details right here, we'll put in $45,000 for the entry fee. I don't know how it's broken out by commission, but it doesn't matter. I just want to see that whole number in there. I have $410,000 for my asking price. For my rehab, I'm going to set aside $500 for some landscaping, $1,500 for $1,500 for roof, just in case there's an issue I don't see. But it's only 5 years old, so I don't anticipate any issues. I got 2,500 square feet right here for painting, just assuming that I need a complete paint job, but that should give me more than enough budget to take care of whatever is going on with the house. So that's only about 12.5K. I got my monthly income rents right here. Okay. Now I'm going to plug in my loan details. Here's my loan details. 368,086.68, 386,068.86, right? 386,086.46. Oh, 6.46. Okay, 3.625% interest rate. This started in 2019, I believe. 6/1/2019. I'm just going to put that as a random date in there. I'm going to plug in the rest of my details right here. 159.52 a month. And water purification at 102 a month. Okay, so this is going on for quite a while. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to zero out all these other loans. Now you can put them in there, but they didn't really give me that many details on interest rates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine the total PITI right here, 3251. So I'm going to my property tax section in B28 to equals 3251.48 plus 159.52 plus 102. Okay. And then now that I got my total loan payments per month, right, by adding these three numbers, I'm going to subtract the subto loans principal and subto loans interest portion of the monthly payment. And that's going to give me the balance of the escrow amount. The balance of escrow amount is going to represent the amount of monthly property taxes that you're going to be paying on a property, along with the monthly insurance number that it's currently being on. Now, I'm assuming this property is someone that's living there as a primary residence. So usually when you take it over as a investment property, typically there is going to be a higher premium. So I'm going to add at least $30 per month on the premium there. Okay. Now that I got all these numbers in here, let's see, do I have anything else in here? No other expenses. So I'm going to set aside 10% of my rent every single month for maintenance. I'm going to put aside 10% of my rent for property management fees. I got 5% for my vacancy. Now that's how you know you're going to be in a losing deal, because right then and there, before you look at the cash and cash return, you're going to be losing $2,100 a month, right? Assuming you rent out for 1917, you're losing $2,100 per month, and that's really driven by your total PITI that you start at 3251, but your rent's only 1917. So this is absolutely not a deal. Chances are, if you want to rule out deals faster, right? Here's how I would rule out this deal. I would look at the total PITI at 3251. I would have looked at general condition of property, but you don't really have to. If you look at the rent ceiling through HUD FMR and you saw it's 2450, and you saw the market was 1917, we already knew that was well below the amount of 3251. And that's how you know we're in a negative cash flow deal. And as an investment property, that's probably not your strategy. Now, if you're selling on a wrap to some sort of disqualified or penalty box buyer, sure, you can wrap it, right? Again, this is not investment advice. I'm not soliciting any investments on this call, but this is just going through the process of what you can potentially expect to do every single day while you are working through and building the reps and getting the reps in and trying to figure out how to analyze these deals, right? So at 410 grand with a $12,500 rehab, this is absolutely not a deal. And so if you guys want to copy the spreadsheet, just go to affordablehousing.io, not .com, affordablehousing.io, click on the Get Deal Analysis tool, plug in your name, your email address, and everything, and that's the fastest way for me to get the spreadsheet over to you. Again, I did not create the spreadsheet from scratch. If you get a copy of the spreadsheet, my honest goal is that just do what I did today. Analyze the same deal using the same spreadsheet and put it on your own YouTube channel. And that's how you're going to start building the credibility for yourself. That's how you're going to start building confidence in yourself that you know what you're doing when the time comes to pull the trigger, because you're going to have a deal that comes across the table and slaps you across the face and say, hey, I'm a deal. And it's on you to recognize that it is a deal. It is on you to have the confidence in yourself that you know what you're doing. And the only way we get confidence in that we know what we're doing is by doing the work every single day. So just remember, all it takes is just 18 minutes a day. If you do that for 365 days, you will be better at analyzing deals than 95% of the country. Right now, we are on day 275, right? So you could just copy my homework and you will be 2/3 of the way there. Just copy it. And you could do it even faster, to be quite honest with you. All right. I hope hope you all have an amazing day. I hope you all spend some quality time with your family and friends today. And have an amazing Sunday, everybody. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow for day 276. 75, sorry. Have a good one.